market crash is absolutely insane, and I'm going to show you cards like these, which are going to make you super easy coins during the market crash. Welcome to Trading to Glory. If you're looking for cheap and safe EAFC 24 coins, look no further than u4gm.com and use my code ELYT, ELYYT, for a limited time 10% off at checkout. What an absolutely insane last 24 hours on the market, and quite frankly, the only thing I can say is we saw it coming. The market crash was a main topic of our last few videos on the Trading to Glory, and hopefully I prepared you guys well for that. If you came out with actually more coins than you went into that market crash with, you are in a very, very small minority, because most people in the game lost coins as the market itself has gone down by about 25 to 30% in just a day. 95 roughly on the index, all the way down to 69. That is a huge drop on the entirety of the market. If you lost less than 25% of your coins, you actually have more buying power than you did before this promo started. And if you made coins, well, forget it. You are absolutely crushing it right now. I've been using this Lewandowski for the last 15 games. We picked it up for 430, and we're flipping this card tonight. So unfortunately, I do have to say goodbye to this card. 19 goals and 7 assists in FUT Champs, not bad. Ousmane Dembele, only 4 goals and 5 assists from right attacking mid, but still did a little bit of a shift for the club. Lewandowski up about 100,000 coins after tax. I'm making about 75K. Then you've got Ousmane Dembele at about 1,040,000 coins after tax. I'm making roughly 90,000 coins if I were to sell right now, which combines for over 150K profit on just those two cards, and I got to use them in the first half of Weekend League, in which we are 7-4 right now. And if you guys want live updates on what I'm buying and selling, I often post them over on Twitter, where you can see exactly what I'm picking up, when I'm picking it up. You saw I said I bought 9 Sissoko's at 105K, and that card, I got a screenshot at 115 there, right when it got released about 5 minutes after, quickly rose to almost 200,000 coins. Got one for 92, most of them for about 100K, and then sold these cards onto the market for upwards of 160,000 coins each, and made tons of coins on that. So if you guys want to see live trades, I don't charge anything for it. I don't have a private Discord. I don't have a Patreon. You don't have to spend a penny. All you got to do is drop a like on this video. That helps the video do better, and that way I can continue making this content for free for you guys, so don't forget to hit that like button. But now let's get into the part of the video that's going to make you some coins. We're going to talk about investments. Is it time to buy these cards? And over the last 72 hours, guys, I know that it has been tempting. All of the meta cards on the market have been absolutely tanking in price, and you've got to think it's finally at its bottom point. It's finally hit its bottom. Now 75K for Son did hit his bottom. He had a nice recovery. I haven't looked at Musiala yet, but I saw he was very, very low at a point yesterday. 41K, he might not have actually recovered like Son did. He got down to 35, 33, so he did actually recover a little bit in price. So a nice little rebound for these cards. And Saturday, we're going to see a little bit of a drop again. And I think that finally it could be time to buy some of these meta cards. But what I will say is that it's probably time to stay away from RTTK number 2. These cards are still in packs. Anybody who's been using them in the weekend are now going to sell off. And there's a lot of people still finishing Weekend League, including myself, who will probably finish on Saturday. And these cards are going to get packed a lot. Anybody who bought on Friday might sell. There's going to be a drop in price on some of these cards. You know, we're looking at Lou at 527, João Pedro at 300, and Dembele at 1.04 million coins. These cards will come down. I think that it's time to sell at the nighttime and then buy back later in the week. But we can look now at the last road to the knockout team and maybe start picking up some of these guys. Now, they have hit a lower point, and I'm really looking at players like Luis Diaz, who is 639,000 coins right now, guys. He's out of packs, and this is a meta card. Liverpool have a lot of links this year, especially with Evos, Gravenberch, Darwin Nunez, Joel Matip. These are cards that a lot of people have done Evos with. So as they continue to evolve these players and build around these Liverpool players, I think Diaz is a good link to that. But one issue with this card is the fact that Heung-min Son's SBC might get Player of the Month. And if that's a good value SBC, people are going to go with that as their Premier League left winger instead of Luis Diaz. Everything else points to this being a good investment, but I wanted to remind you guys about that before you made a mistake. Now, as you look at this team, Saka, 670K or lower, I think is great. If you look at Osimhen, I'm probably staying away from him as he hasn't been a card to really spike up a ton. I don't think he's in demand as much as people think he should be. Not a lot of people going with those Napoli links as much as was anticipated this year. But Bruno Fernandes looks pretty good if you can get him for closer to 600 or 380,000 coins, which is what he's been bouncing between. 369 has been his lowest point at all. So he's really not up a ton, and he's out of packs. And if you look at last year's road to the knockout cards, I'll pull up one for you. Foden, this is a road to the knockout from last year, and if we take a look at his graph, you can see that once he got out of packs, these cards started to rise. They hit Friday, they rose a little bit on Saturday, and we saw that. They're going to continue to go up throughout the next weeks or so. So it's a steady rise on these prices, very safe investment if you guys want to go in on them. Tons of options to buy in this road to the knockouts, even if you have a lower budget. Sildilia, that's a good card there. Center back, French, good stats, 80 pace. That's a solid card to invest in. Then you've got players like DePaul, who I think are a little overlooked. There's a lot of options no matter what your budget. I think this is a safe way to go. And of course, I have to bring this up. It's our boy, Jeffinho, the GOAT of the Trading to Glory, is getting himself a Dynamic Duo SBC. I asked EA at the beginning of the year to drop as many Jeffinho SBCs as possible. He needs to get upgrades all year, and they are doing it. That's our guy, but I don't think it's going to actually impact the fodder market too much. Am I doing the SBC? You bet your ass I'm doing that SBC. It could cost anything. I will be there no matter what. But it's not going to have a huge impact on the market because every SBC we see, even if it's more of an expensive SBC, they just make it multiple squads of lower ratings. And that's not moving the market too much for fodder because there's so many people with 83s, 84s, 85s just sitting in their club because they're so cheap. They've got extras. Some of them don't even sell. And so it's not really moving the market up a lot. But this changes everything. David Beckham is coming as an SBC. We don't know when. We don't know how much it's going to cost. We do know that his regular card costs 387,000 coins right now. So if they price that anywhere in that range, I think a lot of people will do this SBC because it can play center mid and 80 pace, 85 shooting, 92 passing, 85 dribbling, decent physicality. He's got play styles out the wazoo with the dead ball. Of course, he's got the dead ball play style plus, but tons of potential to have an impact on fodder. Now, I've been praising the 89 rated prices at less than 20K. They're still less than 20K. Fodder hasn't moved. Now, if you went all in on fodder and saw that that market did not move over the last 24 hours, think of it this way. Everybody else that had meta cards in their squad lost coins. And you didn't because fodder did not move at all. So realistically, you have a ton more buying power right now, even if you didn't actually make any more coins. But if David Beckham comes as an SBC over the next few days, which it will, if not over the next week or so, that's going to have an impact on the fodder market finally. And unless they price this SBC at 900K, that is going to move these cards up. And so you're looking at ratings of 89, 88, 87. Those are the cards that I think are going to have the best return on investment. Maybe some 86s. They're only 7,000 coins right now. 85s as close to 3.5K as you can get. 84s are still discard price, but they do seem to spike from 1.2 to 1.6 a lot. So there's small budget trading that can be done with the 84 rated cards. So if you don't have a ton of coins, you don't want to invest in 89s because they're too expensive, go for 84s, boys. Buy them for 1.1 on bid and then list them for 1.6 or 1.7K. They sell even when they don't go for 1.7K like as their cheapest price. People will still buy them because they'll scroll through squad building challenges and just go to their team and say, okay, I need an 84. They'll put the concept in their team and then they'll just go over to compare price and buy the first one they see that's less than 2,000 coins because they don't really care. And so you're going to get a lot of coins on a low budget by just listing those 84s for more than what they go for. And with a little bit of help from a good SBC like David Beckham, then I could definitely see some of those 84s actually go up. And I've got one more investment for you guys to make yourself some coins as we exit this weekend. And do not forget to hit that sub button so you don't miss any of these daily uploads. And this is going to be about Team of the Week cards. Heung-min Son, as you guys can see last week, this is Team of the Week 2, hit a low point actually on Friday and then rose on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, up in price as they exited the weekend. Now, there's more supply for these Team of the Weeks because there are more packs being opened this week than there were last week, but I'm expecting to see a similar trend. In fact, if you look at Jude Bellingham, he's already kind of following a similar trend where he hit a bottom point on Friday night, Saturday morning, and is starting to see a recovery. I think there's going to be another buy point for these Team of the Week cards before the end of the day. So it's great for any budget. That's what's so great about these Team of the Weeks. So you could go in on several Jude Bellinghams if you have a high budget, or if you have a medium budget. Ollie Watkins for me looks absolutely spectacular. I think out of packs, Grimaldo is going to do really well with Spanish links, also with Bundesliga links, and he's pretty meta as well. Then you've got cards like Kvaratskhelia, Odegaard, Martinez, Kundananji. So many options in this Team of the Week to go with, and they're so much safer than the gold meta market. If you look at the gold meta market and you click on any of these cards, we'll choose Varane here, you're going to see that they're starting to have a rebound, and I think they're going to hit another peak somewhere around Monday. But right here you can see he went from 79K, he's up to 89, 90,000 coins now, and he's probably going to come back down a little bit today on Saturday, but they're going to recover into the weekend. They're going to be a little bit higher on Monday, so if you have these gold metas, hold on to them, but don't hold on to them too long because they're going to come back down on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, whereas the special cards like Team of the Week, RTTK Team 1, are a little safer. Those cards are going to continue to rise in price, in my opinion, and that's why I'm shifting your guys' coins in that direction. So if you guys have saved or made any coins with this series, don't forget to drop a like on the video. And I also want to know who makes it to the end of each video, so comment Market Crash Hype down in the comments below. I'll drop a heart on every single comment that includes that phrase. But that's it for me today, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace out.